Greetings, you two. In 1982, someone poisoned a person with Tylenol tablets. They doctored it with, I believe, potassium cyanide. And they killed 7 people. I believe the original impetus for the crime was to cover up the murder of one person. So they poisoned a bunch of pills, hoping that that person's death would then just be in that group, and the murder would never be associated with the person that committed the crime. That failed. But because of that, and the following copycats of that person, pills in America now have that. That's a safety seal. This means if someone takes this container off the shelf, this is in a box, but you get the point, and takes the cap off, they can't doctor the pills in this container. 7 people died. Every single medication bottle in all of America forever since then has been modified in this manner. One guy tried to blow up a plane with a shoe bomb. Now every single person that gets on a plane has to take off their shoes to prove they do not have a bomb in them. One guy did nothing. Completely ineffective. Every single person that gets on a plane has to take off their shoes. Anybody see where this is going? We had, what, 30,000 gun-related deaths in America in 2017? And nothing's done. One shoe bomb, a failed shoe bomb, everybody takes their shoes off. 7 dead people, every single bottle of pills is now protected from being tampered with. And we can't do anything? They've made Tide Pods less accessible so that kids can't get them and eat them. Because people have realized that having them freely accessible to teenagers and minors is dangerous. How many kids have access to guns? In some states in America, it is easier to acquire a firearm than to vote. And yet we do nothing. I'm advocating the removal of all semi-automatic firearms from sale. Period. Now, I did a video not that long ago, and I made a comment that you can convert some firearms to semi-automatic that are not semi-automatic. And you can. There are cranks that can be used on some firearms, actual cranks that will turn a weapon that is not intended to be fired semi-automatically into a semi-automatic firearm. They're archaic. I'm not even sure if that technology is currently on the market, but I know as a gun geek, as a weapons geek, that technology did in fact exist at one time. So yes, you can convert a non-semi-automatic firearm into a semi-automatic firearm under certain obscure conditions, but it can happen. Those types of technology should also be banned. Bump stocks, gone, just to be on the safe side. We need to get these items, which are intended for war, off the market. We don't need them. There is no legitimate reason. People can still have revolvers and pump action weapons and lever action weapons and brake action weapons and muzzle loading weapons. There are lots of options for firearms, for hunting and self-defense. Civilians are not facing military forces. The zombie hordes are not coming, and I don't think we're going to have a race riot the way a lot of the white supremacists think we're going to, no matter how hard they try to create it. Civilians don't need military firearms. That's just what it is. And that kid and that teenager in Florida got his hands on a semi-automatic weapon, killed 17 people. at school. And I've heard people preposterously say, well, we need to increase the security at our schools. No, we don't. Japan had 13 gun-related deaths in the same year that we had over 30,000. Now, they're smaller than us by a third. So you multiply that by 3, I'll give you that. That cranks it up to 39. Do you not see the difference there? Is our maths not your strong suit? We need to do something. And we need to do something now. The NRA needs to be banned, just abolished. It is nothing but an aiding and abetting the deaths of Americans. It is nothing about protecting the rights, Second Amendment rights of American citizens. It's about protecting the rights of gun manufacturers, who have more protections and manufacturers than pretty much any other form of industry. So they don't get sued. They aren't held responsible. It's time we take away the best weapon the NRA has, their money. So remember, one shoe bomb, everybody gets barefoot. 7 dead people, every pill bottle gets changed. But we do nothing about children being gunned down at school.